This is a very special performance night for us. This is we recognize our seniors, and you get to hear what we've done throughout the semester. So we're going to do a couple of pieces right back to back. The very first piece, You Can't Have a Concert Without a March, is going to be Summit March, and the second piece is Titled The Planets. This is from a composer, Gustav Holst, and we're going to do two movements. The first one is titled Mars, Bringer of War, and when you hear that, you're going to hear a lot of the legend has it that John Williams uses a lot of Holst reference in the music that he wrote for Star Wars and other things like Indiana Jones and Jaws. And you will hear that, you'll hear that influence when you hear Mars. And then the second part of that is Jupiter. And so this is the part that represents the abundance of life and vitality. So we hope you enjoy our first two pieces. We're going to give a couple of awards real quick in between our tunes here. First thing we want to recognize are our volunteer awards. These are 3 students who were constantly either working with uniforms, moving equipment, or coming in and saying, hey, what can I do? And I would literally, these are 3 names that I constantly called out consistently, hey, 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 these are the people that know things that we don't know. So these volunteer awards go to Madeline Helton, Sam Scheid, and Maddie Walking Stick. Marcher this year is a junior who is a very quiet leader, but is someone who is very reliable and responsible, and we just feel goes above and beyond every single day on and off the field, and that is Miss Emily Guerrero. Our class awards, there is an award for each of our grade levels. The freshman award this year goes to a gentleman who not only made all district on trombone, but played French horn in the concert band and is going to play tuba for graduation, play sousaphone and marching band, whatever instrument we need. Hey, Joseph, how about you figure this out? So our freshman award goes to Joseph Diminick. Goes to a young man who not only made all district, but made all state this year on the euphonium. We have never, since my recollection, had a representation in euphonium baritone for all states. So the outstanding sophomore goes to Alan Scheid. Goes to a gentleman who has attended All-State 2 years now and is made first year in the district for all district and has really just constantly worked. He says it just happened. He really works for the things that he achieves. And that goes to Tommy Dickens. Our senior award, this is really tough because we have a lot of seniors, and so this was really had to think through so many of these and what goes where. And this young man is someone that literally you hear us call his name through the marching season daily, multiple times. Where is this? Where is this? Help us with this. And again, he knows things that I don't know where things are, and that would be Mr. Corey Ledford. This year. This goes to a member who we have been really impressed with, just out there stepping outside of their comfort zone, willing to grow, willing to push themselves, and sometimes we're pushing and they're going, stop pushing me, and we keep pushing, and the growth has just been incredible, and that is Arlo Benfield. Recipients of the next one. This is the Concert Band Award, and this is, concert band is very near and dear to my heart. People that know me know that is, I'm very passionate about what we learn in concert band, and that's how, to me, we develop to be musicians. And there are 2 students on this stage that have really gone above and beyond to practice and to grow as musicians, and that would be Miss Shelby Kirkland and Nico Green. To present our Color Guard Award.
I'm Jana Sell, and I have the pleasure of working with the Color Guard. I was very thankful this year to have the help of Bridget McCauley. Because we had 17 wonderful young ladies on guard for the 20 2024-2025 season. They are Captain Savannah Gunner, Co-Captain Riley Gunner, Haley Kirkland, Jenna Hippolito, Cecilia Solano Jumper, Kendall Norton, Cheyenne Nettleton, Kaylee Murray, Tanley Lewandowski, Laura Areza, Lily Aguilar, Quinlan Williams, London Taylor, Kimberly Stevenson, Janelle Martinez Gonzalez, Creedon Smith, and last but not least, Senior Lexi Tabor. And to all the seniors, I want to say congratulations. I have enjoyed getting to know you guys so much better this year. I'm very proud of you guys. And I love you very much. And now for the 2024-2025 Color Guard Award. There's a lot that I could say about the young lady receiving this award. She's dedicated and passionate. She keeps a positive attitude, and she's always eager to learn something new. She's constantly looking for new opportunities and ways she can improve. She's kind, caring, and patient, a true leader. She cares about this guard, and her actions make that clear. I'm so proud of her and what she's accomplished in just a few short years. It is my honor to present the 2024-2025 Color Guard Award to Riley Gunner.
Jazz Award. We held at our Jazz and Solo Ensemble concert kind of separate. And this award goes to an individual who is very passionate about jazz, is an incredible improver, and also does a lot of arranging. I'm very impressed with his arranging skills. So the Jazz Award this year goes to Abraham Palmer. Our all-district participants. When I call your name, please stand. Joseph Dimonay, Adam Scheid, Isabel Barker, Abraham Palmer, Tommy Dickens, Toby Thompson, and Caitlin McNorrell. If you could give these guys a hand, please. And we want to give a special recognition. We have plaques for, again, Mr. Tommy Dickens and Adam Scheid for making the North Carolina All-State Honor Band. If you are on the stage or in the audience and you participated in solo and ensemble last Thursday, could you please stand for us if you were a solo and ensemble? These students went to compete in solos, duets, trios, small ensembles, and brought home a myriad of number of superior medals. So can we give these students a hand, please? Our next piece for you is a big band tune. I think big band music is such an important style of band literature. So our next piece features 3 classic big band tunes: Leapfrog, Stompin' at the Savoy, and Woodchopper's Ball. This has some great features and sounds with our saxophone feature, the low brass and the woodwind line, which sounds like a walking bass, and some great percussion grooves. So we really, the whole section within Bailey really features Bailey Maharnica back there. So here is our big band super hits arranged by Paul Hartha.
senior here at the high school, and I've been in the band program for what I think is like 70 years, which according to Google is about 38.89% of my life. Which honestly, that sounds about right, because this program has shaped me in many more ways than I can count. This band has been my anchor through every change and every challenge, and so have the people who made it feel like home. Tim Sale, Karen Williams, and Jana Sale. I'll never forget senior night, when Tim told me, "I'm so proud of you," as I walked past him in the hallway. And then, a few minutes later, he was laughing at me because my fake lashes were falling off my eyes from all the crying. That moment sums up what this band is: real, full of love, and never too serious to laugh, even at yourself. To my dad and my mom, thank you for showing up for me again and again. For the hurry up, I'm gonna be late car rides, the patience, the cheering, the love. I owe so much to both of you. To Tim, Jana, and Miss Williams, thank you for believing in me when I didn't always believe in myself. Thank you for your guidance, your kindness, and your unwavering support. To the underclassmen and seniors, thank you for all the memories, the music, and the shared chaos. You've made this year unforgettable. I've never felt so proud to stand among a group of people as passionate and talented as you. And finally, to my women section, my people. Thank you for the laughter, the unhinged combos, the venting sessions, the hugs, the chaos, and everything in between. You've been more than just a section, you've been my family. I'll miss every single moment with you guys, especially the crazy ones. Thank you, all of you, for making these years mean something to me. Thank you.
I'm sorry if my voice sounds trash. I'm currently not feeling the best. But hello everyone. My full name is Putu Bailey Madison Putri Mahardika, and these are my final words for my final concert. If you were to tell freshman me that, Bailey, a lot of people are going to look up to you, miss you, and think of you, I probably wouldn't believe that. When I first came into the band room, I felt like I wasn't cut out for it. There were so many people who I felt were better than me. This left me feeling like an imposter, like I wasn't supposed to be here. But Miss Williams saw a lot of potential in me, encouraged me to stay, and pushed me to try my best. So, as you can imagine, I stayed. Once I solidified my place in band, sharpening my commitment, I wanted to try marching band my sophomore year. I discovered I loved it a lot. The teamwork, the stories on the bus, the conversations with Tim and Jana, and the laughter. This past year, I felt like I was trying to find ways to fit in. I shortly gave up on that and discovered who I am. I am loving, confident, open-minded, and a plethora of other things. Thanks to this program, I grew so much. I even became captain my second year. If there was one thing that being in band has taught me, it has taught me that I always will have something to come back to. I want to thank Miss Williams for being my biggest cheerleader whenever I learn new things and for keeping me in this amazing program. Tim Sale for the silly bus conversations we would have on the ride home and pushing me to pursue band through high school. My parents for dealing with my shenanigans for the past 17 years of my life and encouraging me to be the best young woman I can be. My friends for showing me the home I have here in the band room and the school, and for coming to every concert I've begged them to. And a special shout out to Mr. Jason Webb, who always teased me any chance he got. Thank you all so much.
Hello everyone, I'm Toby Thompson, and I've had the privilege of playing tuba in this band for the past 7 years. It's hard to believe this journey is coming to an end, but I'm incredibly grateful for everything this program has given me. The band has been more than just a class or an activity. It's been a second home. It's where I've made some of my closest friends, learned how to work hard, and where I've grown not only as a musician, but as a person. In my second year of marching band, I became brass captain, and the next year I was honored to serve as drum major. Those roles pushed me in ways I never expected and helped me grow into a stronger leader and a more confident version of myself. My favorite memory, I'll never forget, we had a competition at AC Reynolds and Tim and Miss Williams jumped the curb and everybody in the bus went flying. Little moments like these, filled with laughter and chaos, are just as meaningful as the performances and rehearsals. They remind me that band is about connection, about showing up for each other, and about making memories that last. I want to thank my family for always being there for me, supporting me through every practice, every performance, and the long band trips. And I especially want to thank Miss Williams and Tim for always believing in me. Miss Williams, I'll never forget when you drove all the way to Indianapolis just to watch me perform in the National Band. That meant more to me than I can ever say. It showed how you truly care about your students, and I'm so grateful for everything you've done to help me grow. After graduation, I plan to attend SCC to study automotive mechanics. Even though I'll be trading my tuba for tools, the lessons and friendships I've gained here will stay with me for the rest of my life. Thank you for the memories, the music, and the love. I'm proud to be a part of this band family.
Hey there, everybody. I just got to say I love Miss Williams and my band daddy so much. The band daddy is Tim Sell. He's taught us everything we know, and Miss Williams actually taught us how to play music, make it sound good. And I just got to say, everybody in this band is a wonder to be with and a wonder to play with. And now, let's hopefully listen to some guitars, play a good time.
Our next performing group is the Swain Advanced Guitar Ensemble. Tonight, they're going to share a few of the guitar techniques that they've been working on over the course of the semester. The tune you just heard was the famous My Girl by Smokey Robinson and Ronald White. Students played the melody line reading traditional music notation across all strings of the guitar. The next piece is titled Korean Folk Song, where the group is performing as a three-part ensemble. You'll hear a couple of guitar techniques called pitch bending, where the pitch is altered by bending the string, and tremolo picking, where students play down and up on a string with a pick as fast as possible. Here is Korean Folk Song.
Ready, 8.
reading ledger lines, which are notes above the musical staff. We Will Rock You is a 3-part ensemble piece that uses power chords and complex 16 rhythm variations. Students on stage have performed and learned the theory behind major, minor, 7, 9, suspended, and augmented chords over the course of the semester. By the time they complete Guitar 2, they have worked on over 60 guitar chords across all musical genres. They'll close tonight with Bass Riff Groove, which is a 3-part ensemble piece using power chords, commonly used in rock, grunge, and power ballads.
Short because if you know me, you know I can talk forever, and also I don't want to cry, so. I want to start out by thanking my sister, Sydney. I wouldn't be here without you. You supported me since day one, and I can't begin to express how much you mean to me. You gave up so much to look after us while you were still really young yourself, and I want you to know that that means a lot to me. Thank you to Miss McIntyre. You have put up with me for 4 years. You've been there to support me, looked out for me, made sure I was on the right track, and listened to me complain and whine all the time. So I'm glad to have been part of your classes and part of your life. I also want to thank Miss Williams and Mr. Sale, or as previously mentioned, Daddy. There were countless times where I thought I wasn't going to make it, and they pushed me to not only be a better musician, but a better person. And if you've been here long enough, you know that we have a bit of a tradition. So it's a pretty important day, And I'd like to ask Mr. Sale to come out on stage. I want everyone to wish Mr. Sale a very happy birthday. Yeah, Tim, how old are you?
How old are you? 100.
I'd offer to let you guys sing, but I don't think I'm allowed to, so. One of the highlights of the 1960s was the legendary space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. The piece Mission Apollo seeks to capture the adventure and the excitement of the historic Apollo 11 mission. The opening depicts the early morning of July 16, 1969, as the astronauts climb the Saturn V rocket launch. The music builds as the rockets ignite and the astronauts start their rapid ascent into space. As the tempo speeds up, imagine the spacecraft hurtling toward the moon at a speed of 3,000 plus feet per second. The music then introduces a new melody line that portrays the view from the window, as astronauts experience a newfound perspective of our galaxy that very few get to see. The piece slows down as the lunar module breaks away from the command module and astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin make the maneuvers necessary to land safely on the moon. Here is Mission Apollo by Tyler S. Grant.
award we give every year for leadership. A good leader is enthusiastic about their work or cause. People will respond more openly to a person of passion and dedication. Leaders need to be able to be a source of inspiration and motivation. Although the responsibilities and roles of a leader may be different, the leader needs to be seen as part of the team working towards the same goal. This kind of leader will not be afraid to roll up their sleeves and get dirty. This describes Bailey Maharika. As one of the percussion captains of the marching band, she has genuinely cared about the well-being of others while pushing them to be the best version of themselves. I have watched Bailey work to support and serve others, often putting their needs above her own. She is the true definition of great leadership, so it is with great pride that we present the Arian Award for 2025 to Bailey Maharika. The John Philip Sousa Award is the pinnacle of achievement in high school band. It was introduced in 1955 to honor the top student in the high school in a high school band program to recognize superior musicianship and outstanding dedication. It was created with the approval of Helen Sousa Albert and Priscilla Sousa, daughters of the famous composer. Our 2025 recipient was no easy decision, given the number of seniors we had who qualified for this honor. This year's recipient was not only a dedicated marching and concert band member, but has been active in all facets of the band program, from all district to jazz band to solo and ensemble, and even the National FFA band. Toby is one who leads others with integrity and superior musicianship, and it is with great pride that this year's award goes to Toby Thompson. This evening. I want to thank Jana Sell and Bridget McCauley for their work with our Color Guard program. They give timeless energy and effort and dedication and care to our students. I want to thank you both so much. To Chad Dickerson, who worked with our marching band this year. To Joe Holt, who does amazing things in this art center all year long and creates opportunities for our band students. For our Swain County Schools Administration, for our Swain High teachers here, what a wonderful staff to be able to work with and go to in times of need. I also want to give out a shout out to Mrs. Blankenship, who's retiring this year, and I just want to publicly say thank you, Ms. Blankenship. Everything that I want to do with students and opportunities, and like, hey, I think the kids need to do this, she supported it 100%. So thank you so much. I want to thank you, parents and families, for supporting your child's participation in this program. To our band boosters, this program would not exist without you and your manpower. You feed us, you bus us, you repair us. You are why students can participate. We are one of the very few band programs across this state that does not require an exorbitant band fee. Tim and I were at a state meeting a couple of weeks ago, and when we heard the band fees of programs across the state, we were like, we wouldn't have a band if that was our band fee. It wouldn't exist. So boosters, thank you. To Tim Sell for the endless amount of work he pours into this program, not only at middle school, but every single area where the band is happening, Tim's there. And we would not experience the success we have without him, without his ideas, and without his incredible teaching that's taking place at the middle school level. Thanks to those amazing advanced guitar students tonight. What a wonderful semester. That is an amazing group of kids. I have loved getting to know you guys. I want to give thanks to our senior class. To Alec, McLean, Milani, James, Trevor, Lexi, Nico, Bailey, Sarah Beth, Gwen, Anastasia, Corey, Toby. If you are in the audience or here tonight, can you please stand, seniors? We want to thank you and let you know that we have memories that we will carry forever of your leadership, your excitement, your passion, your falling down on the bus, your funny costumes, your pretending to write in accidentals in your music and you lied. Corey. You putting up with me griping that you didn't write your accidentals and you still missed the key signature. Corey. Thank you, seniors, for your innovative ideas, your work ethic, You're constantly telling Tim happy birthday. Or, if you're Corey, invading Tim's personal space. Thank you, seniors, for your willingness to help new marchers, your willingness to try new things like governor school, or a summer symposium, or an FFA band, or your willingness to try hard things like all district, your willingness to lift others up, your willingness to volunteer with Mr. Womble in the concession stand, your willingness to, oh yeah, I heard that, your willingness to keep going even when things aren't fun, and your willingness to press on even when things get really difficult. This is what we call life. And our hope, all of us that work with you in this band program, our hope is for you is that all of these experiences help shape who you are and contribute to you making the world a better place. Thank you, seniors. One more hand for you. And the very last thank you tonight goes to this group on this stage. It has been a true honor, I can't look at you all cry, to serve as your director this semester and this year. I want to tell you about the final piece we're going to play. It's titled Lanigan's Ball. This is one of the pieces we performed at Western Region, what we call MPA, Music Performance Assessment. Bands enter into grade level categories that range from grades 1 to 6, 6 being the most difficult music literature. I have scoured the records for Swain High School, and I found 45 years back to 1979, as far as I could find, what is recorded for what used to be called festival. It's now MPA. That was the year I was born. So 45 years back, this group went for the first time ever recorded to get a superior rating in grade 5 at Music Performance Assessment. And here's the thing, not only did they get a superior rating, they got straight superiors from every single judge on the stage. And here's the thing about that, and this is what I tell them. They're like, oh, this week's going to preach. But here it is. Here's what it's about. It's getting up every single day, and I tell them this all the time, and they're like, here we go. Trying to reach perfection through hard work, perseverance, and know that your goal is to be better today than you were yesterday. This isn't a process, it's about shaping musicians. It may be a little bit, but it's about work ethic. It's about building resiliency. It's about coming back when you don't feel like it. It's about putting in the work. I'm so proud to stand in front of you and proud of the fact that you came back day in and day out, ready to rise to this challenge. Knowing, they know today too, anything less than your best was not acceptable. And you know it. And you chose to come back. Thank you for that. So in closing, no. We thank you for being here and celebrating this, because we wouldn't be doing this if we didn't feel it was really important. Thank you for helping us celebrate. Thank you all. Have a great evening.